When looking to start your brand, style and fabrication are the foundation of your collection. Now there are two key factors to consider here. Firstly, your target audience. You need to truly understand what they want. Understanding this will uniquely position yourself in the market and allow you to cater to this audience. Secondly, you need to understand the associated functionality of the garment. If you're looking to start an activewear brand, then functionality will naturally be the ability to put the garment through its paces. You'd want to make sure that the garment is constructed robustly enough to ensure that this functionality is viable. Now, if you're looking at starting a knitted jumper collection, then the associated functionality here would be insulating heat, and this would be more closely related to a seasonality trend. These 2 points, target audience and functionality, are key to be known at inception of your collection. Let's start talking fabrications. Fabrics are the building blocks of any piece of clothing. It's the brick and mortar to your house. There are thousands and thousands of different types of fabrications out there that you can source and manufacture. General fabrications that are frequently used and readily available include cotton, rayon, and polyester blends. Less frequently used and more specialized fabrications include bamboo, hemp, organic cotton, and recycled polyester. These specialty fabrics are harder to source and have higher associated MOQs, which is short for minimum order quantities, from fabric mills. When purchasing fabrics directly from a mill, there will always be a high MOQ. This usually starts at about 1,000 meters per fabrication type and colorway, which amounts to about 1,000 pairs of leggings, it's a huge quantity. The unfortunate reality here is that these fabric mills and the broader manufacturing industry is positioned to cater and service large established brands and fast fashion houses that order thousands of pieces per style. Knowing this and understanding that they're usually backlogged with mass production orders, naturally their ability to help manufacture your requested 100 meters per style is virtually impossible. Now that's not to say we can't achieve what you're looking for, because we certainly can. Fabric mills are always aware of the little fish and generally allow us to piggyback on large manufacturing runs. What I mean by this is, imagine a large clothing brand called Stylish. They put in an order of 10,000 meters of a selected fabrication in 2 colorways. What that fabric mill will do is manufacture an additional 2,000 meters per colorway and then sell that to the local market. This is where you can purchase fabrications at low MOQs, allowing you to manufacture small runs without having to purchase thousands of meters of fabric. We work very closely and directly with several fabric mills, allowing us to obtain fabrications prior to them hitting the markets. With specialty fabrications that are certified organic or recycled, you would need to purchase those directly from the fabric mill along with their associated MOQ. This is the only way to obtain the certification. Any supplier that claims they're able to obtain certified fabrications from the market is taking you for a ride. Let's take a look at some common styles and their associated fabrications. Who doesn't love activewear? Activewear is a style trend that I think will be with us for a very long time. The style of clothing provides great versatility in function and use. Naturally, you'd wear your activewear to the gym, your local coffee shop, or during a breezy walk. The prime functionality around activewear is durability and comfort. Activewear is generally always manufactured in synthetic fibers. Most commonly used fabrications for this style are polyester spandex and nylon spandex blends. The spandex component allows and caters to the flexibility and stretch of the garment. Let's get a little technical. There are 2 main types of stretch associated with activewear fabrics. Two-way stretch, which is 2-dimensional, and 4-way stretch, which allows movement in all directions. These different stretch characteristics arise due to how the fabrication is constructed with the spandex. Two-way stretch is great for activewear tops and 4-way stretch is great for kind of more so mandatory for leggings and bottoms. The polyester or nylon component in activewear is what gives the fabrication its robustness. You can put it through a heavy wash to remove all soiling and it will come out as it was prior. The specialty fabrications that you can use for activewear include recycled polyester, which is commonly known to originate from recycled plastic bottles, or recycled nylon, which originates from recycled fishing nets. These fabrications have high MOQs, usually starting at about 2,000 meters, and are significantly more expensive compared to their non-recycled counterparts. There are branded activewear materials out there, such as Tencel and Reprieve. These fabrications usually have higher associated price points and MOQs too. Another really important factor to take into consideration is the associated GSM of your selected fabric. GSM stands for grams per square meter. This relates to the thickness of your fabric. For squat-proof leggings, you'll need a GSM of at least 220 to get started. You'd hate to see your leggings be see-through when putting them through their paces. From a dyeing standpoint, activewear fabrications are generally harder to custom dye. This is because the dye baths need to reach a very high temperature to embed into the synthetic fibers. Selecting from available stock colorways is a great place to start. Like activewear, loungewear and our core basics will always continue to be staples in all closets. Thinking through functionality, this relates to ease of use, versatility and comfort. When I think loungewear, immediately I think and feel luxe, premium and soft hand feels. Makes sense, as these are the types of feelings you want to feel whilst lounging around them all day. Fabrications usually used for this category of clothing are generally easily sourced and readily available. They include mainly of cotton and polyester blends. These fabrications have a range of different finishings dependent on the use case. For t-shirts, crop tops, jerseys are usually the staple finish. With hoodies, lounge shorts and joggers, you can have a loop back, French terry or brushback finish. The options are really yours. Given that these fabrications are frequently used, finding and sourcing great colorways and options are easier done. Custom dyeing these fabrications are also an option and require less intensive dye baths. GSMs for these fabrications can range from 60 to 70 all the way through to 400, 420, which are really thick and heavy. Women's wear light blouses sit at around 80 GSM, with heavyweight tees at around 250 GSM. Specialty fabrics in this category of clothing include organic cotton, bamboo, and hemp. Likewise, with all specialty fabrications, these have higher associated MOQs and come in less extensive stock colorways. Knitwear clothing is harder to source but a great option to start a collection with. The reason why I say this is because you have full flexibility on colorways and styles at inception with no need to jump any hurdles around fabrication MOQs. Reason being is that when you develop a knit style, you select the yarn, which could be a cotton blend or a polyester blend, and then you get that garment knitted together. This is done by highly specialized machinery. So once you select your yarn, you can easily have that yarn dyed a custom colorway and then fed through the machine for construction. Knitwear is highly versatile. You can definitely create knit styles outside of the traditional jumpers and cardigans. Knitted crop tops, bralettes, and bike shorts are great options as styles for your collection. Women's fashion is one of those categories where essentially anything could fall into it. When we speak women's fashion, this usually relates to dresses and blouses, which could range from maxi dresses to cropped wrap tops. Most commonly used fabrications include rayon, polyester blends, and linens. GSMs for these fabrications vastly range depending on the clothing style and design requirements. A really important factor to consider is associated consumption of the garment style. For nearly all dresses, fabric consumption is really high, particularly with flowy maxi dresses or flared arm and bottom styles. Naturally, The higher the fabric consumption, the greater the cost per piece and labor involved in positioning all that fabric where it's required. Intimates are a style of clothing that will always be around. Great general fabrications used for these styles include cotton spandex and polyester spandex blends. More specialized fabrications include bamboo blends. Intimates are intricate by nature of production. This is because tolerances for error are nearly halved compared to tolerances allowed for larger items such as jumpers. Further, once considering trims and other finishings such as lace and underwires, the garment immediately becomes highly intricate. To complete the style of collection, you require specialized and highly trained operators through sampling and production.